What if I told you that one of nature's most ancient rituals, the sea turtle's journey from nest to ocean, has become a deadly race against an invisible enemy? Picture this: a moonlit beach on a tropical coast. A massive green sea turtle, older than your grandparents, heaves herself onto the sand. She's traveled thousands of miles to return to this exact spot, the beach where she was born. With slow, determined movements, she digs a deep chamber in the sand and begins laying her eggs. Each one is soft, leathery, and full of potential. This moment should be sacred. But tonight, like so many nights, she's being watched. For generations, the theft of sea turtle eggs has been a silent crisis. In some cultures, they're considered a delicacy or an aphrodisiac. In others, they're simply easy money. But this isn't just about taking eggs, it's about breaking a chain of life that stretches back to the dinosaurs. So how did we get here? And more importantly, how do you protect something that's buried in the sand? The story begins with a simple, brutal truth. Sea turtle eggs are incredibly vulnerable. They can't run. They can't hide. For about 60 days, they just sit there, incubating in the warmth of the sand, completely defenseless. And that makes them a perfect target. In many coastal communities, collecting turtle eggs was once seen as a tradition, a way to feed families or earn a little extra cash. But as demand grew, so did the scale. What started as occasional gathering turned into systematic poaching. Entire nests, sometimes 100 eggs at a time, would vanish overnight. The turtles themselves have no way to defend their nests. They lay their eggs, cover them up, and return to the sea, never knowing if their offspring will survive. By the late 20th century, the situation was dire. On some beaches, up to 90% of all green sea turtle nests were being poached. Local populations were collapsing. Scientists realized that if this continued, these ancient mariners could disappear from entire coastlines within a generation. But then, something shifted. A movement began not with guns or fences, but with patience, creativity, and an unexpected weapon: the cover of darkness. The first line of defense was the most dangerous: the beach patrols. Volunteers and park rangers began walking the beaches at night, often alone, armed with nothing but flashlights and determination. Their goal was simple: get to the nests before the poachers did. But it was a race against time. Poachers knew the beaches intimately, the best access points, the hiding spots, the patterns of the patrols. Some were desperate locals. Others were part of organized crime rings supplying a black market. The patrols had to be smarter. They started using stealth, moving quietly, avoiding regular routes, sometimes even hiding in the dunes for hours. They documented every nest they found, marking them with discrete stakes or GPS coordinates. But marking a nest wasn't enough. If poachers found it, they'd just take the eggs. That's when conservationists got creative. They began relocating threatened nests to protected hatcheries, fenced, guarded areas where the eggs could incubate in safety. Moving turtle eggs is delicate work. You have to handle them gently, keep them upright, and rebury them at exactly the same depth. One wrong move could kill the developing embryos inside, but even hatcheries weren't foolproof. Poachers sometimes targeted them directly, so the protectors adapted again. In Costa Rica, a group started camouflaging nests, carefully rearranging the sand to make it look undisturbed. In Nicaragua, they began using decoy nests filled with fake eggs to waste poachers' time and frustrate their efforts. Perhaps the most powerful shift, though, was changing minds. not just protecting sand. Conservationists realized that as long as local communities saw turtle eggs as a resource, the poaching would continue. So they started hiring former poachers as rangers, giving them a stable income to protect the turtles instead of raid them. They brought schoolchildren to watch hatchlings emerge, creating a new generation that saw the turtles as something to cherish, not consume. Slowly, beach by beach, the tide began to turn. In places like Tortuguero in Costa Rica and Ras Al Jins in Oman, community-led protection programs began to show stunning results. Nest predation rates dropped from over 80% to less than 10% in some areas. For the first time in decades, thousands of hatchlings were making it to the ocean. But the battle isn't over. Poaching still happens. Climate change is shrinking beaches. Development is destroying nesting habitats. And the illegal trade in turtle eggs has gone underground, becoming harder to track. What's emerging now is a new kind of conservation, one that blends ancient knowledge with modern technology. Drones now patrol remote coastlines at night, using thermal cameras to spot both turtles and poachers. DNA analysis helps trace confiscated eggs back to their source beaches, enabling targeted enforcement. Mobile apps allow tourists and locals to report poaching activity anonymously. The green sea turtle's fate is still being written in the sand. But for the first time in a long time, there are more people fighting for them than against them. Every protected nest, every hatchling that reaches the waves, is a small victory in a very long war, which other wildlife species are fighting against illegal trade against all odds. Let us know in the comments. Your suggestion could be our next story. And if you believe in giving rare species a fighting chance, subscribe to Rare Species and join our community of protectors.